Greek is an inflected language. Let's write this. Greek is an inflected language. Language. An inflected language is a language that has as a property inflection. We can define inflection as, the phenomenon of inflection means that the form of a word in the language changes based on its function in a sentence. So we can say form of a word changes based on its function in a sentence. English is a mildly inflected language. Old English was heavily inflected. English as we know it now is losing its inflection. But it still retains some of it. So in some examples we can see I run, and then we see he runs. This S here is an additional ending to the word run, or to the stem run, because of the function in the sentence of the verb runs. So I run, he runs. The function here is different than the function here because the subject is different. So we add on this ending S. We can see also the house is big. We can say the houses are big. The additional es here, making the noun house plural, is inflection. So both of these are examples of inflection. English is, over the years, losing its inflection, but it still retains some of it. There are other languages, like French or Italian. They originate from Latin. Latin is heavily inflected. French, not so much anymore. Modern Greek has retained its inflection. It is almost as inflected as ancient Greek was. And the different parts of speech are inflected in different ways. So let me just make a list of the different parts of speech. So we have parts of speech. The parts of speech that I'm going to list here are the same parts of speech in English and in Greek. They're the same. They exist in both. So we have nouns, we have adjectives, we have pronouns, we have verbs, we have adverbs, we have prepositions, we have conjunctions, and we have expletives. So of these 8 parts of speech, these first 4 are inflected. I'll just say inflected. So all 4 of these are inflected, meaning that these words change their form, change how they look or how they're spelt, based on their meaning, or based on their function rather, in a sentence. These 4 do not change. They never change. So these 4 change, these 4 do not change. And of these 4, nouns, adjectives, and prepositions are all declined, so they follow declension, and verbs follow conjugation. Declension and conjugation are 2 different types of inflection. So different rules apply to declension and different rules apply to conjugation. And we're going to cover each one of these separately. We're going to start with nouns and we're going to work our way down. And eventually we're going to cover all of these parts of speech. So don't worry if this seems like a lot. We'll cover each one of them individually and in great detail. So we're going to start first with nouns.